Now it's time to introduce the star who was on The Voice UK last Saturday. He is now part of Team Will. Please welcome to the studio, Olivier.
And I could flow like any river. You try label me an underground artist, I beg you reconsider. Where these rappers choke, make them fall like dominoes and top it off. They're gonna pay me to deliver. That's what you're getting for now.
That is all we're getting, Will.
That's all you're getting.
Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the studio.
Gracias.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy week. But
it has. You was on The Voice UK last Saturday.
I know. Yeah, that was wild.
So listen, I've never been on The Voice. Most people listening probably haven't been on The Voice as well. Tell us, what was the process like getting onto The Voice?
It's a weird one. It takes a long time. Mm-hmm. So I got scouted by The Voice themselves. They came to watch a show of mine. Sick. And then I got a DM on Instagram. Really weird. DM from this lovely woman called Rachel. Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
And she just said to me, we really love to have you on The Voice. And I went, isn't that like a singing thing? And she was like, yeah, but also Tom Jones loves a bit of rap. So I was like, okay, well, if I want to rap to Tom Jones, we will. And then about a year later, the whole process is done because they got to do all these screening, background checks, make sure you're like medically okay.
Yeah.
And then you go on it really, and then just millions of people go and see you be weird on a stage in a suit.
And you performed an original song, which is like brave. Seeing as you're performing in front of Tom Jones, McFly.
I was millions of people around the globe, so hope you enjoyed it.
What was that like?
Performing an original song?
Yeah, or in general, like stepping out onto that stage, seeing the four chairs. What was it like?
Okay, so we did the original song. It's actually the thing I just rapped a minute ago. There's a little snippet of that. That was really fun. Doing something which I've like put my craft and my work into in front of all those famous people was really fun. The actual audition itself is absolutely terrifying. I'm one of those people who usually doesn't get that nervous.
Yeah.
But it's usually because before I go on stage, I have a little drink or two. You know what I mean? The beers are flowing. We're feeling good. The Voice are very, very strict about what you can consume before you go on. You're like kept in a waiting room for literally 4 hours. So they're like monitoring everything you do. Crazy. You can't drink anything, you can't eat anything weird. So I was like stone cold sober going out on the stage. And what's even worse, this is honestly mad. I can't remember the name of the woman who did this. I don't know if you're watching, but it's you. Someone stands at the side of the stage and they say like, you're going on in 3, 2, 1, and then they like bring you on. My one took a little bit of time. So while we're waiting, she's like, how you feeling? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And she's like, by the way, 7 million people, don't mess it up. And I was like, thank you so much. I was like, yeah, thank you, man. So for the walkout, I'm thinking, oh God, 7 million people are watching me right now.
It's crazy.
But it was so much fun. So much fun.
You had 2 judges that turned around for you.
I did.
Will.i.am and Leanne.
Leanne Rimes, yeah. She's like an American country artist. She's unbelievable. So in so many ways.
Why did you choose Will?
So they asked me beforehand, like, if all of them turn, who do you want to choose? I knew Will. I love Will.i.am. Yeah. Still do, obviously, now. Hi, Will. Yeah, he's great. And I've always liked his music. I've always liked the Black Eyed Peas since I was a kid. I wasn't expecting more than Will to turn around because I knew that the others weren't like rap people. So when Leanne turned, I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. And they cut a lot of it out on ITV, but her speech to me was unbelievable. Oh, wow. She said all the right things I wanted to hear. She looked good. She smelled good. But I decided to go with Will. I was like, there's a few million people watching me right now. I probably shouldn't flirt too much on national television. So I went with Will, but they were both great. So we're on Team Will.
Yeah, and he seems like an extraordinary character. What's like the craziest interaction you've had so far with him?
Oh, okay. Let me think. So we're both quite weird, which I think why we get on so well, because we've got a really good relationship. I'm trying to think of something I can say on air that we've done. Careful. I would say they didn't air this, but we were speaking about... So the first thing he offered to do was to fly me to Manila, because this title of the song that you just heard is called The Thriller in Manila. Yeah. And he was like, he embarrassed me on national TV. He was like, have you been to Manila? And I was like, no. No. And he was like, okay, well, let's go. I was like, yeah, if I'm going to go with Will.i.am with Manila, that sounds cool.
So did you go to Manila with Will.i.am?
Pending. I want to be on tour. On tour with Will.i.am in Manila. He then said some crazy things like, he was like, oh, I can see myself like inside of you, like I can see me. And I was like, take me out for dinner first, Will, honestly. I was like, this is too far, I'm moving too far. But he's great. He's very extroverted and he's very like creative. So we get on really well. Yeah, he's like very expressive.
I want to recreate something. So I'm going to be you and you're going to be Will.i.am.
Okay.
What advice would you have for me? for next week?
Man, Olivier, man, I would say you gotta come with it, man. You gotta be twice as weird as you were. You gotta be twice the man you were last week, man. You're not promised tomorrow, man. He speaks in like phrases. Okay. So quite often you have to like work out what he's trying to say, decipher it. It's like Dr. Dolittle. So he's like, yeah, man. He was like, if you wore red pants last week, you gotta wear yellow this week, man. I was like, I don't even know what that means, Will, but I'm just gonna smile and wave. No, he's giving me the advice next week to go all out, to leave nothing behind, obviously. And he said, make yourself stand out. He said that I'm the most unique one on his team. So he said, just use that to my advantage. So I will. So tune in and see what it's like.
We're gonna play the song that you performed.
Exciting.
In the blind auditions.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, you actually you've dropped it on all platforms.
It's
now.
out. It's out. You can go listen to it.
You can go listen to it. Yeah. But let's get into it. This is Thriller by Olivier.
Represent.
Cold.
Oh yes.
So cold. Shout out to the producer as well, Shay,
Groove Criminal. Groove Criminal, is that you?
Is that you?
That lives in my nightmares every day. But yeah, thank you, Shay.
For those that are listening right now, describe your attire for us.
Yeah, so if you don't know, I wear a suit all the time.
So
much so,
suit.
I do rap in a suit because when have you ever seen a rapper in a full suit? You haven't, apart from me. Greetings. What's a funny story about that? So Will can't pronounce my name, Olivier. Mm-hmm. We tried a few times, going back and forth, and I was like, no. So he was like, I'm just going to call you Suit Dog, like Snoop Dogg, but with a suit. So that's now my new tagline. So Ollie, Olivier, Suit Dog, either of them's fine. Whenever you see me on a show, you'll just see me in a suit. Makes me stand out.
What's the story behind that? Like, why do you wear a suit?
So, after COVID, obviously all the shows were coming back open.
Yeah.
I didn't do that many live performances before that, and I was like, what do we do? I turn up wearing normal attire, and it goes okay. And then there's this one show that I've got after a day of work, and I look in my bag, and I forgot the change of clothes. And I'm like, oh no, I'm going to have to do this show in a suit. And it went really well. And then people came up to me afterwards and went, oh, you're the guy in the suit. Oh, we love that you're a guy in a suit that raps. So I was like, okay, fine. And you'll find me in a suit most days of the week anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it happened by accident, happy accident, and now it's part of the brand.
What's the work?
What's the work?
What's the work?
Oh, what's the work? Sorry.
that you're coming from.
I used to do private tour guiding. So I used to take celebrities out to see like Buckingham Palace and that. Stonehenge and that. So it was really fun. You got to meet loads of famous people.
Well, who's like the most famous person that you toured around London?
We've done a few basketball players, NFL players, some pop stars. Do you know what? We'll tell you. The other month I was with Patrick Mahomes. That was quite fun. He was an NFL player. We've done Lizzo, the owners of Liverpool Football Club.
What was Lizzo like?
She was fun, man. She was fun. I didn't deal with her personally, day to day, but we sorted out what she wanted to do. Yeah. But by all accounts, lovely woman. Well, I don't know if she's a lovely woman personally, but it was really fun. But now the music's kind of starting to take over a bit, which is fun. Yeah. But yes, that's the story of the suit. You'll find me in a suit. If you want to call me Olivier, Ollie, or Suit Dog, either's fine. I'll respond to anything.
Suit Dog, it has a ring.
It's got a ring to it, doesn't it? It's got a little bit of a ring. Do you know what I mean? The merchandise of Suit Dog all over it. We know what we're doing.
So obviously we just played Thriller.
Yeah.
What's the reception been like after The Voice, releasing that song as well? How has it been? Has anything changed?
It's been wild, really. The responses have been 95% really positive. Mm-hmm. Lots of people have said, it's different. I haven't seen it before. It's entertaining. And that's my job. I'm on television. My job is to entertain you, and the music has to be good as well. There are some honestly. Have you ever seen what is it called? Like the YouTube video, like mean tweets and stuff?
No.
You have to. It's where they basically they get celebrities and they pull up Twitter kind of comments that have been written about them that are like mean. Yeah. So I did it. I typed in my name and then hashtag The Voice UK. Some of the comments were unbelievable. It was like, I hope Sir Tom Jones turns around and slaps this boy in the face and says it's a singing show. Someone was like, I can't believe he gets 2 turns. Someone was like, this guy looks like Jack Whitehall of Team U. Unbelievable comments. Love them all. But most of it's really good. Yeah, we've had some really great feedback from all over the globe, which is weird.
Crazy.
Because it goes out on like the global YouTube channels. Yeah. So people from the Philippines, like Manila, got in contact with me and they were like, you should come to Manila. And I was like, I'll see you there.
Have you seen it cross over to like streaming platforms or like your social media?
It has, yeah. So I think, do you know what? A lot of other friends that I have on The Voice, they following went up like a little bit. Mine went up probably more than most. I think because of it was just entertaining.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a big streaming surge, particularly on Thriller, which is the song that you just listened to there. On socials as well. It doesn't help that I've just like been spamming socials ever since. He doesn't know this yet. I've got a big cardboard cutout of Will.i.am in my room.
Yeah, I think I saw.
Yeah, and I just dance with him and like all sorts. So people, if they didn't know already that I'm on Team Will, they do now. So crazy. I think they. But if Will.i.am sees that next week, that's going to be for an awkward conversation.
So The Voice is on tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Do we see you on that episode?
No.
When do we next see you on TV?
You're going to see me in the middle of October. The episode tomorrow night is still the blind auditions. Okay. So obviously I've done mine, so I don't need to go on again. But the quarterfinals, which is when I'm on, is all through October, like the middle bit of October. So tune in on your Saturday evenings. You'll see me for sure. I'll be there.
All right. So where can we find you and your music?
So my socials everywhere is at olivier.uk. If you don't know how to spell Olivier, it's like Oliver, but chuck in an extra I after the V. Olivier.uk, and it's Olivier on Spotify. The song that you listen to, Thriller, is out now. Go listen to it, go stream it, and yeah, send me a message. I will respond, I promise.
All right, now we have some exclusives today at Reprezent Radio, a song that is not out that you are kindly sharing with us.
Oh yeah, oh goodness, yeah. Yes. Almost forgot about this one. This is correct.
Do you want to introduce this song for us?
Yeah, I will. So this song that you're about to listen to is called Two Sugars. It's more, I would say, of a... I don't even know if pop is the right word, but it's more, I would say, of a mainstream song. And it was written about something like personal. So obviously when you rap and stuff, you get inspiration from everywhere.
Yeah.
Not everything in Thriller is true. Hence why I have not been to Manila, okay? But this is a song about my mother, who passed away when I was 8 years old, and what conversation I would have with her if she was still here. It's called Two Sugars. It's playing now.